editor, Sophie Mokoena, to open up her diary and let you in on what they'll be chasing in the coming days. Sophie, good afternoon once again. Let's start with the Israel-Iran situation. That is escalating now with the involvement of the United States.
Yes, you are correct. With the involvement of the U.S., it becomes even more tense in the Middle East. We saw Iran retaliating earlier on, and I think later today we are going to see similar actions. We've seen countries issuing statements, weighing in, those who are in support of Israel and the United States of America, countries in the West, in Europe in particular, supporting the action. And you have other countries such as Russia, China, and some countries in different regions condemning the U.S. unilateral action, including the UN chief, Antonio Guterres, saying that this hostility and the bombardment was not done in a proper manner. It threatens peace and security in the Middle East, a region that is already in turmoil. And I think this is going to be a story today, tomorrow, and the coming days, particularly because Trump has indicated that the peace process must now start. The question is, who left the table? And that's what Iranians are asking. And therefore, we don't know whether the peace negotiations will resume.
Is out because he has said, of course, that unless Iran gets into the negotiations seriously, the consequences could be even more dire in the coming weeks and months. Let's talk about the G20 Foreign Affairs Ministers meeting. Is this a follow-on from the one that was held earlier on in the year?
It's international relations convening the Sherpa of member states to look at the agenda. You know that the Department of International Relations, and particularly the presidency, indicated that the Department of International Relations will continuously engage member states and relevant important stakeholders ahead of the summit for leaders in November to try and discuss the burning issues so that the summit in November is not derailed by the geopolitics, because you know that at that time the issue was the war in Ukraine and the Middle East, and now with Iran, Israel, and the United States of America are fighting. This will again add to the geopolitics issues that can derail the G20. Clearly, there's no way the G20 is going to agree on a statement as it relates to the geopolitics as we see them now, because you have countries such as China, countries as Russia, who are part of the G20, who might have a different view, contrary to Europe, including the United States of America. And therefore, it even gets more important for the Sherpa in South Africa to try and steer the ship.
Yeah, and the other big gathering that we are watching is the BRICS Summit, and you're saying that's taking place in Brazil, Sophie.
Yes, it will be in Brazil. We know that, again, there you are going to see the global politics, geopolitics playing itself there. And therefore, it will be important for President Lula to try and navigate the current challenges to ensure that the BRICS meeting, there's a communique and the member states are speaking in one voice. You have India, that might be problematic, but the rest of other countries and those that have joined recently, I think they will agree to the statement that is likely going to be drafted by Brazil. But with India not really clear in terms of where it stands on some of these issues, a friend to America, and wouldn't be in a situation where it would want itself to be seen as very critical of the U.S. But you have Russia, which is a member of BRICS. You have China, they hold a different view. And I think it is going to be very, very interesting, the BRICS Summit in Brazil.
Thank you for that update. That's Sophie Mokoena, SABC News International Editor, opening up her diary for us and just letting us in on what they'll be watching on the diplomatic and geopolitical front.